Marshall here with Anna Kara, your soul friend, here for your monthly intuitive reading for the month of February 2021. I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope that everybody's getting outside into nature a little bit, with all these restrictions and wearing these masks and, not being able to go places. It's really not healthy for our mental well-being. So if you can even spend like 5 minutes outside where you're looking at the sky or the clouds, or just opening up to the sun and receiving that light, or sitting by a tree and allowing that strength to come through, just breathe it in. Just even if it's 5 minutes, it will really replenish and clear away and like sweep away any old energy. So take that and use that moving forward for this month. And because moving in, I'm hearing that it is a month of expansion, and it's no more playing small. It's about connecting to our essence, that new version that we discovered in January, that version is going to be coming forward. And it doesn't mean that we're going to be coming on stage. We're not actually going to be stepping on stage, because we're here to do this expansion aspect. And so our purpose, or why we're here, is actually to continually expand our soul and to grow our soul. And how we do that is through lessons. And so often we think it's like, it's all these like little bits of lessons, like a lesson here, lesson here, lesson here. But what we're forgetting, though, is there's usually, what we really come in for is this theme. There's a general theme of what our soul came here to grow through, and we tend to choose to circle back around that theme to heal it and to expand, to change, and to evolve. And so at the beginning, for the whole month of February, that's what we're going to be doing. Is there's going to be this circling around this theme and diving deeper into the experience, so that we can grow and evolve as a soul and connect more to the essence of our greatness. So that is the whole month, and I'm just hearing little bits that we're going to kind of like tackle that in a sense in different ways throughout the month. So at the beginning of the month, I'm hearing it's like through relationships, and the word I was hearing was marriage. And it doesn't mean physical marriage, but it was kind of like they were kind of giving us like a tip, or a process of how to evolve and how to grow. And they were saying to look at what marriage means to you. And how you can do that is look at your parents' marriage and how did that affect you. And yes, that's your perspective. It's not true. It may be true to you, but it's not true. Their marriage was their marriage, and how you perceived it was how you perceived it. So, but what they're saying is to kind of like go into that and see, do you hold any resentment? Do you hold any anger or frustration or judgment, or anything on that around their marriage and how you interpreted it? And so then you can see if you have a healthy relationship with marriage. So then they said another way of expanding on that is, once you kind of go into that, and they're reminding me, when you do go into that, it's going to require forgiveness, because it's kind of like, that is old energy. And so they want you to transmute it, and they want you to bring in forgiveness and to let it go, because it is in the past and it is not the truth. It's just awareness to see where your beliefs may be around marriage. And so they said next, start looking at all your past lovers and your past relationships and seeing how those played out. And if you hold any bitterness or resentment or anything in you that doesn't feel healthy, fully true, fully loving, and because that's what you're wanting to transform. So what they're telling me also that will help during this time is, when you're delving into this, if you find you're kind of going down a rabbit hole and you're finding you're kind of going into like a little bit of negativity, they said you got to bring some balance back in. So ask yourself, what is it that could bring balance here? What is it that I could do? And take one step to bring more balance. And maybe you're also just feeling like you have too much on the go, or maybe you feel like you're being lazy. It's just, and those are okay. It's just that if it's not in balance, then it's really hard for our body to go into soul growth if we're out of balance. It just doesn't hold a foundation for that growth to occur. So, so start looking at your past lovers, and they said you can even apply this to friendships, past friendships, and just kind of keep going in and redefining and clearing those unhealthy belief systems that are inside of you, because it's holding you back from having relationships with yourself, meaning with others, healthily. So let's kind of look at that at the beginning of the month, and then in the middle of the month, what it is it's like, they're saying it's kind of like a journey, and it's about self-love. And so, you know, it's about you putting you first. And in the middle of the month, we are in Valentines, you know, and so what I was hearing loud and clear is, this year for Valentine's, you need to put you first and love yourself. And it's like, that's what Valentine's will be this year, is putting yourself first and celebrating the love that you are in this world. But what they're also saying is this travel, or this journey. And I was hearing the word travel, but then they kind of started explaining, and they said it's a travel, like you're journeying within you. And in order to do that, we need to listen to our inner guidance. And sometimes we can get stagnant. Like sometimes we can have, we just don't have the energy to listen to our inner guidance. And it seems like this month's reading, they keep giving me like tips or suggestions on how to achieve this soul growth. So in the middle of the month, they're saying what might help us is to bring in some exercise and yoga or meditation, because they want us to start moving the energy that we discovered at the beginning of the month. Like we had this insight around relationships, and so now we have this inner guidance as how we want to move forward in relationship to ourselves and with others. But we may still feel like we don't have the energy to support it. So if we bring in movement, like exercise and yoga for the mind, what it does is it clears away the stagnant energy that's held in our physical body, but also held in our mental body. And it allows us to feel more charged, recharged, and it opens up the door for creative energy to flow in. So that's how this inner guidance works, and it sets the stage for the end of the month, because at the end of the month they want this creative energy to move forward. They're saying it's like we need positive energy. We need to see, start looking at the miracles, start looking at making wishes on the stars, you know, seeing that all of this is possible. So in this time also, with the positivity, and you have like this like, you have like the energy and the action to move forward. Sometimes when we do that, we may start to feel we are alone. Just hang on a second here. There. We sometimes may feel that we're alone on our journey, and your guardian angels are coming in. And at the end of the month, I was hearing that call on them, know that you are fully supported in this, because it is time for you to share your uniqueness. Again, not on center stage. They're just saying it's like you need to bring your essential being, who you are, to every experience. No editing. So it's like, instead of finding your tribe, it's be you in every tribe. And you may feel also, because of that, a little bit of resentment. You may feel anger. You may feel frustration. A lot of those emotions come up so that we can clear them, so we can be in that clarity of our essential being. So it's like, it's okay. You want those to come up so that you can listen to them and go, yeah, that did hurt, but it's like it's in the past, and we don't want to gather the evidence around that, so we can let it go, so we can still move forward from the love that we are, and not have all these attachments that just keep holding us back from being who we really need to be. So it's like, let those come up, and then when you release that, it allows for that creative energy yet again, and it rebuilds the movement forward. So I feel like we're preparing to actually maybe step on stage a bit in March. It feels like there's going to be some energy, some movement coming forward in March. So what we want to do is feel the harmony of all of what we're releasing. So it's like having gratitude for all that you're releasing so that you can also have gratitude for all that you are creating. And I'm just going to check my notes here. Oh yes, they also were telling me at the end of the month that we're going to be gathering new information as well. And you know how it was about that journey in and listen to the inner guidance and the creative energy in the middle of the month? It's like at the end of the month, we're going to have creative solutions coming in. But the way that we get those solutions, as they were saying earlier, is through that gathering of information. So it's like, don't rush in too quick. They're saying the energy is going to be fast though, like things are going to be coming in really, really, really fast, but they don't want you to rush. This isn't about stepping on stage again. They just keep saying it's like you're stepping on stage internally, kind of thing. It's like you're going to feel the star within you, so that come this March or come this energy where you're going to start presenting it, it's solid, you know, and you're not wavering, and you're able to live in this beautiful world as just as you, and you're not feeling you need to defend who you are. You don't feel you need to justify your actions, that sort of thing, and just truly live a loving life. So overall, you know, we have this month, sorry, my hair's in my mouth. Overall this month, it is about soul growth. It is about expansion, and it's no more playing small. It's really connecting to the greatness that you are through releasing and growing. And in the beginning of the month, it's through reflecting through relationships, and the middle of the month, it's about that movement so that the creative energies can come in, movement both physically and mentally. And then at the end of the month, it is more around I would say like the forgiveness and self-love with creative inspiration and solutions coming through, gathering the information. So that'll be the end of the month. So if anybody has any questions, you know, shoot me a text. I'd love to reach out to you. And Fauna and I had done our online vision board workshop this in January, and it was extremely successful. So we've decided we're going to offer it as a online workshop. So that'll be on my website if you want to check that out. If you want to receive how to do a vision board workshop, you actually receive intuitively picked clippings. Everything comes to you. You actually get the package and you can start creating, and then you get an intuitive reading from Fauna or I on your board. It's a 30-minute reading that gives you the direction for 2021. So you can check that out. It's under karamarshall.ca. It's under my classes, so you can see what that is there. And if anybody wants to have a signature session, a healing session, or a intuitive talk therapy, feel free to book me. I am doing in-person sessions again, so you can do those, but I always offer the virtual sessions, and most of my clients say that they actually enjoy it because they don't, they can be in their jammies in a sense when they're having the session. So check that out, and yeah, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Instagram is Anam Kara Marshall. Facebook is Anam Kara Your Soul Friend. I give daily guidance. I check in with my guides, and I give daily guidance every day to help us live more ease and grace in our lives. So I love you, and have a wonderful February, and I will see you all in March.